Alright, so we're going to go over a circle and we're going to look at its properties, going as far as the center and also how to determine the equation of a circle. This video is good for people who are doing analytical geometry, people that are studying mathematics in the second year in university, and maybe useful to somebody who is still in their first year and they're doing some conic sections. So let's just get into it. Okay, so this is actually, let me give you an example of a circle. So that's a circle, right? We understand what it is, but then at the end of this video you should be able to give a formal definition, mathematical definition of what a circle is. Okay, so let's try to analyze this and then we'll try to come up with some principles that would actually help us, right? Okay, so if you look at this circle, you can see that it's got a center in the middle there, right? Okay, so let's give it something. Let's say we'll say let our center, okay, so let's call that point center C, let's call our center to be C. So given that our center is actually C with the coordinates h, k, one thing that we can actually observe is that all these points on the circumference of course is this arc of the entire circle, so all these points to the center, they are of equal distance, and that equal distance is what we call the radius, right? I'm sure you agree with that. So if I was to draw a line, any line from any point on the circumference to the center is of equal distance, so we'll call that r, which is the radius. Okay, that's one thing that is actually basic to us. Okay, now what else do we know about a circle? Let's now continue our definition. So let's let our center C be equal to h, k. Those are just coordinates, h representing x and then k representing our y for that coordinate. Okay, so let our center C be equal to h, k, and then of course it should be a fixed point. So I'm giving you the formal definition. Let our center h, k be a fixed point, then a locus. So a locus is just like a set of something. In this case, of course, mathematically we are talking about a locus of points, so a set of points. So what are we saying here? If we've got a center h, k as a fixed point, then a locus, or think of this as a set. So when a set of points, what should these points be? These points should be of equal distance to the fixed point, right? So then a locus of points equidistant. So equidistant means equal distance. Okay, so there are a few things that are actually important here. First of all, the center should be fixed, fixed point. Then a locus of points, or a set of points, are equidistant, or of equal distance to a fixed point center, right? So equidistant from C. Okay, so this is what a circle is. So let our C, our center, okay, so let our center C be equal to h, k, be a fixed point, then a locus of points equidistant from C is a circle. So if you've got a fixed point h, k, a set of points that are of equal distance to this point is what actually forms a circle. Okay, I hope you get the formal definition. Something very simple, something very basic, right? Okay, let me help you try to remember. So the first thing just to remember is just try to draw a circle, right? Draw a circle. That's just the first thing that to do. It will be actually easy for you to, so let me just draw something that is not perfect. Okay, so one thing that you know is let that center of yours be h, k, and then how can you use remember? So you just remember to say, okay, that point should be a fixed point, Then the set of all these points of the circumference, we use a fancy term, the locus of the points. Okay, now these points are what? Are of equal distance, so we use the term equidistant. Then you're good. So we just say let C, okay, so let the point C, of course we know is our center, h comma k, be a fixed point. Okay, that's very important, it should be a fixed point. Then what else do you add to that? So then you just add then the set, which of course we're saying the locus of points equidistant, okay, locus of points that are equidistant, okay, equidistant from what? From the point C is a circle. Okay, I hope you get it. So in other terms, you do actually say a circle is what? Is a locus. A circle is actually a locus of points equidistant from a fixed point C. Okay, so I hope we've gotten the definition now. Let's try to come up with some equations. Okay, so let me draw my perfect circle again, so that we can try to come up with some fancy equations, right, that are very useful. Now one thing that we know about this circle is we've already established to say we'll call our center to be C. Of course, we want the coordinates to be h comma k, commonly used as we study a circle, right? The other thing that we've established is we've established all these points on the circumference are of equidistant, so are of equal distance to the center C, right? Okay, we say the distance from the center to a circumference, to any point of the circumference, is called the radius. Okay, so if we're to find the radius in terms of a distance, of course we know the radius is like a distance, right? So the radius being the distance, and let's assume, let's say any point on the circumference is x comma y, okay, and then we know of course our center is h comma k. So using our center to be h comma k, and then any point on the circumference can be x comma y. Using these two, we can easily come up with an equation, right? We understand this is just basic mathematics, basic geometry, coordinate geometry. We understand that if you've been given, or if you have 2 points, you can easily determine the distance. So the formula for determining the radius or the distance from the center to any point on the circumference, which we're calling the radius, is just basically using the coordinate geometry distance formula, where we've got 2 coordinates, right? So it's basically simple, right? The distance formula is given as the difference between these coordinates. So you start with the x minus, so in terms of our center, remember your h is representing x, your k is y, so that would be x minus h squared plus, and then y minus k as well, right, squared. We understand we're supposed to have a square root to that. Okay, we're supposed to add a square root to that. Okay, and there we are. So that is the formula for determining the distance, and so that is how you determine the radius, okay, of a circle. And this is now where the equation is going to come from. Easily just square both sides. Your r squared becomes, the square root would disappear on the right, and we just remain with x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. So if you've actually did your coordinate geometry, this shouldn't be a struggle for you to remember. Okay, just remember the basic distance equation. That is basically what gives you the formula for determining the length of the radius. Okay, and that is actually where the equation of the circle actually comes from. So these are the basics that I needed you to know before we can look at any basic example. I've got several practice questions, but for this video I'll just give you one, just register on our site. You have access to, the link is in the description below. You have access to several practice questions on this very topic. So let's try to answer with the basics that we've come up with so far. So we're asked to find the equation of a circle with a center at 2, -3, which passes through a given point. So this is just any random point on the circumference. Okay, so don't forget our center, we said, is h, k. Now in this case we've been told the center is 2, -3, and then the random point is just x, y, which in this case we are told is 5, -1. So we are told to find the equation of the circle. How do you go about that? Simple. So what is the formula for determining the radius? R is equal to the square root of what? So now in terms of it being squared, we say this r squared is equal to x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. Where is this coming from? It's just coming from the distance formula, right? Where you use these points against each other. So it's x minus h, y minus k, both squared, and then on the other side r is squared. So this formula applies whether they give you, whether they ask you to find the equation or they ask you to find the radius, you still use the same formula. So just substitute. So the first thing, first of all, is to determine the radius, which we will. So substituting the equation, what is our x? Our x is 5. Our h is what? 2. I hope you're able to see. Open your eyes. Y is -1 and our k is -3. So I have to be careful with the signs there. Our r squared becomes 5 minus 2 is 3 squared. And then negative times negative gives us a positive, so -1 plus 3, that's a 2, so that will be a 2 squared, which of course will be 9 plus 4, which will be 13. So r squared is equal to 13. Let me not erase that. So r squared is equal to 13. Okay, so for us to find the radius, we know r is just going to be what? 13, because we know the distance can't be a negative. So of course plus or minus 13 doesn't work, we just go for a positive result. So that is our radius. So we found our radius using the formula of a distance, and then we can actually use that to help us find the equation of a circle. How do you find the equation of a circle? Simple and straightforward, right? So we'll substitute our radius. Our radius is 13. Okay, so that is well, it's something that I've messed up here. I hope your eyes were able to see. So okay, so the square root, we square root both sides at this point, and then r becomes plus or minus 13, but pick the positive result as default. So r is actually root of 13. Okay, so for us to find the equation of a circle, we just substitute back in this equation. We know our radius is the root of 13, which at the end of the day will just take us back to our r squared to be 13. And then now, as we come up with the equation, this point was just a point of reference, so we'll just use the center. Okay, so the x and the y will not appear in the equation, so x will remain as it is, and then we'll substitute our h is 2, so it will be -2 squared plus y, and then our k is -3, so -3 squared as well. The square of root 13 is just going to be 13, and then you're going to remain with x minus 2 squared plus y plus 3 squared. So you can actually end at this point. This is enough as an equation of a circle. Okay, but in some cases most of the people want to actually go beyond, expand and whatnot, and just want to write the equation in the form where it gets to a point of like x squared plus y squared plus what and then equal to 0. That's also fine. Okay, but for the sake of this video, I'll just end at this point. You can easily expand this as a quadratic equation, right? Even that part, combine them. Okay, let all of them be on one side and then equal to 0. Okay, so that's how you find the equation of a circle. Just hoping this was helpful. And the next question is a bit more interesting. Here you are requested to find the center of a circle. The equation is, so you've seen that the equation in this case has been given in an interesting form, which is 3x squared plus 3y squared plus 6x minus 4y minus 5 is equal to 0. Okay, so before I can answer this question, I want you to watch some more practice questions. The video is on our site. After you watch that video, you find the next video where I'm going to answer this question. In fact, the similar questions have already been handled in the video, which is over 20 minutes long, of practice questions just on the circle. Okay, so if you are studying engineering mathematics or mathematics in second year in college, this is the suitable course for you. Okay, so these are the contents of this course. So analytic geometry, differential calculus, integration, finite series, vectors in 3 dimensions, functions of several variables, ordinary differential equations, matrices, linear system, and vector spaces. So all this has been covered in a course. The link is given in the description below. You want to tell your friends about it. This is going to be fun. We'll do a bit of some tutorial sheets, practice questions that will help you in your 2110 or whatever the course code is. It's supposed to be something that starts with a 2 if you're in second year. Okay. Alright, so this is where we end for this video. This question is very simple, and you wanna watch our solution on our site. Thank you very much for watching, and have a good day.